This portion of the news is sponsored by the Wicked Wheel.
Now, your first alert forecast.
All right, good morning, everybody. It's an absolutely beautiful, stellar day out there, but boy, is it cold as we've got much cooler temperatures today comparative to just the last few days. Over at St. Andrew Bay, an absolutely beautiful shot, but absolutely cold as well. Now over to the Blue Parrot in St. George Island. Gorgeous afternoon going to set up in just a few minutes, but we still do have folks out there braving those cold temperatures to get out and enjoy some of that water, which a lot braver than I am. As we take a look finally over at Panama City Beach, Pineapple Willie's, absolutely beautiful shot. 48 degrees in Panama City Beach right now with absolutely gorgeous clear blue skies as well. But here's the kicker of the forecast. Winds coming out of the north-northwest at about 21 miles per hour right now in Panama City Beach. Let's go ahead and take a look around several different areas. Santa Rosa, Defuniak Springs, Panama City Beach, and Cottondale all have one constant, and that is those beautiful blue skies, clear at the moment, but also the second constant is the wind today, and that wind has resulted in a red flag warning being issued. Areas in pink as well. That's until 6 o'clock p.m. Central, 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern tonight, and then a freeze watch which goes into place tonight, overnight into your Tuesday morning. Now the freeze watch, of course, due to those potentially freezing temperatures down below 32 degrees tonight. But take a look at this red flag warning. It's kind of deceptive with the freeze watch on top of it. If you remove the freeze watch, you see that the rest of the area is included in that red flag warning. Now the red flag warning itself issued due to low humidity, gusty winds, and the potential for fires to spread rapidly if they do spark as well. So burning would be a poor idea in these conditions. Now wind gusts coming out of the north-northwest at about 20 to 25 miles per hour. Panama City at about 32 miles per hour at the current moment. Winds gusting even greater in some offshore locations. That puts our temperature change compared to yesterday about 5 to 10 degrees cooler than this time yesterday. Apalachicola about 12 degrees cooler. Today's forecast finds itself in the mid-50s with that morning cold going to stick around somewhat into the afternoon, but a cooler day for sure comparative to yesterday with those winds coming out of the north-northwest at about 15 to 25 miles per hour in terms of sustained winds. Once you get those gusty winds a little bit greater, that drops that feels like temperature down even more. As for tonight's forecast, we're going to be into the mid to upper 20s. For temperatures themselves, you add in those gusty winds at about 10 to 20 miles per hour. That drops those feels like temperatures and the wind chills even further. Now that frost overnight, frost and freeze going to be possible and likely. That leads us right on into tomorrow's forecast, where we do have that first alert weather day in place tomorrow due to those cold temperatures to start the day. And we find temperatures in the mid-50s. Now notice mostly sunny skies back again tomorrow. So the good news is, even though we're going to be so cold overnight, which will make us a little bit cooler due to those clear skies, we're actually going to toss in a little more heat during tomorrow afternoon. As for today's beach forecast, what we're going to find is winds gusting at 25, 30, even 35 knots offshore today. That leaves our surf at about 7 to 10 feet. Now, even though those yellow flags may be flying, you get out there and find 10 feet in surf. That's going to be quite dangerous as well. Now, gusty winds themselves are going to really ramp up through the second half of today. That's going to leave clear skies with those gusty winds. So don't get out there in the water as the water temperatures are at about 54 degrees. Now, the burn time is about 45 minutes as well. Quick look at your marine forecast. Remember that gale warning in place. Too rough and windy for boating. Seas at about 7 to 10 feet as well. As we take a quick look at your 7-day forecast, here's what it reveals. It's going to show that weather alert day for tomorrow due to those cold temperatures, even coastal areas down into the mid to upper 20s as well. Inland spots down into the mid 20s as well. Now, I'd say we're in agreement that probably not getting in the water today.
Oh, no, no, no. Not unless that water is a warm mineral spring or a jacuzzi. It's way, way cold out there. Well, one of Florida's highest ranking officials held a press conference in Panama City today. The state's chief financial officer spoke at the Bay County Sheriff's Office. Joining us now, we have our reporter, News Channel 7's JT Lynch. JT, what can you tell us about today's press conference?
Well, Donna, what I can tell you is that the CFO of Florida, Blaise Ingaglia, was here passing out checks, and they were big checks to our local law enforcement. And all of this is really about reimbursement.